Friend of the show, Matt Sligar from Rice Farming TV, has done a parody. This is called I Saw a Tractor. It's a parody off of I Saw a Tiger from the Tiger King show. It was a song by Joe Exotic.
Pick up their keys. Tell them that the tractor's in a little bit of need. Let them work the soil. Let them plow their field. Stand back and marvel. What a beautiful machine.
I don't know if you saw the Tiger King. It was on Netflix. They didn't air it on RFD. It was the oddest show that you would ever see in your life. I don't even know how to kind of describe what it was. You had this guy out in Oklahoma that had a big game park where he had like big cats and he had monkeys and stuff. And his name was Joe Exotic. I don't think that was his Christian name, but that's what we called him. And he would go around to like malls all over the country, and you could get your picture taken with a tiger, and you could buy a tiger, you could eat a tiger. I don't know what they did with the tigers, but he was making monies off the tigers, which really ticked this gal in Florida off, Carol Baskin. Really, I mean, she was so mad that she started like drives and funds and petitions and said, hey, we got to stop Joe from making money off his tigers. And she got it done. She would pester the malls till the malls wouldn't have Joe come. That made Joe really, really mad. Now, this whole time, there's a guy out east somewhere. His name is Doc. He had like 10 wives. It was the weirdest thing. And not to be outdone, so this Joe Exotic guy, he's like, hey, I like that you've got 10 wives. I'm going to try to get a bunch of husbands over here in Oklahoma. And then he ran for governor. And this whole time, this Carol Baskin lady out in Florida, she like fed her husband to a tiger or some weird thing. All of a sudden, her husband was gone. And then she marries this other guy that was there. He kind of looked like Lurch in the show. He doesn't really say anything, but he's just taking her side on everything. You would think at some point he would realize, I better not tick her off because her old husband ticked her off and she put him in a meat grinder and fed him to a husband. Allegedly, all right? So the whole thing comes to like a crown, a crux. I don't know what it comes to. It's the weirdest thing. All of a sudden, Joe is like putting a hit out on Carol Baskin because he wants to take her out. I mean, take her out. And he gets caught doing that, so he gets arrested. He goes in jail, and now she owns his cat park. This is a parody video about that. I would explain this video, but I honestly, I think I probably did a good enough job explaining the Tiger King that you probably get this. It probably makes sense If you have an interesting or entertaining video or picture and you think the world should see it, then let us know at SharkFarmer.com. While you're there, check out the What the Farm podcast and the one that started it all, the Shark Farmer podcast. Catch me Monday through Friday on Rural Radio Sirius XM, channel 147, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 Central. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube.